The small village of Umuoma, nestled in the rolling hills of southeastern Nigeria, was a place where everyone knew each other. Life in the village was simple but vibrant. Market days were bustling, children laughed as they played on dusty streets, and evenings were filled with the rhythmic sounds of drums and folk songs. One morning, a new face appeared in the community. Chioma, a young woman in her early 20s, moved into the village with her uncle, Elder Ifani, who was a respected elder. She arrived quietly, carrying a small bag and an air of humility. Her wide, innocent smile and soft-spoken nature instantly charmed the villagers. "Chioma seems like such a lovely girl," remarked Mama Nkechi, the local seamstress. "She's polite, hard-working, and always smiling." Her uncle, Elder Ifani, often praised her. "She's been through a lot," he would say, without elaborating. "But she's strong and good-hearted." Despite her warm reception, there was something about Chioma that intrigued people. Her innocent smile seemed to hide a mystery that no one could quite put their finger on. Chioma quickly adapted to life in Umuoma. She started helping Mama Nkechi with sewing orders, earning a small income. She was also a regular face at the village church, where her angelic singing voice moved the congregation. One person particularly captivated by her was Chinedu, the village carpenter. Tall and kind-hearted, Chinedu was known for his generosity and his way with people. He began spending more time near Mama Nkechi's shop, finding excuses to speak to Chioma. "You sing like an angel," Chinedu said one afternoon, handing her a small wooden carving of a dove. "This is for you." Chioma's face lit up with her characteristic smile. "Thank you, Chinedu. That's very kind of you." But while her interactions with Chinedu seemed innocent, others in the village started to notice strange occurrences around Chioma. It started with the animals. Mama Ebel, who lived near Chioma's uncle, complained that her chickens had started disappearing at night. At first, she blamed wild animals, but the way the chickens vanished, without a trace, was odd. "It's as if they're just gone," Mama Ebel told her neighbors. "No feathers, no noise. Nothing." Then there were the dreams. Several villagers reported strange, vivid dreams involving Chioma. Papa Uche, a farmer, dreamt of her standing in a dark forest, her innocent smile replaced by an eerie grin. "It felt so real," he said, shuddering. When these stories began to spread, whispers about Chioma grew louder. Some dismissed the rumors, but others couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about her. One market day, an elderly woman arrived in Umuoma. She was bent with age, her face weathered but her eyes sharp. She claimed to be a traveler but seemed unusually interested in Chioma. "I need to speak with you," the woman said, stopping Chioma near the church. Chioma's smile faltered for a moment before she regained her composure. "How can I help you, Mama?" The old woman stared at her for a long moment. "Be careful, child," she said cryptically. "A smile can hide many things." The encounter left Chioma visibly shaken, though she brushed it off when Mama Nkechi asked her about it later. However, the woman's words spread through the village, fueling the growing unease. Determined to learn more about Chioma, Chinedu decided to visit Elder Ifani one evening. Over a shared bottle of palm wine, he broached the topic cautiously. "Uncle Ifani, Chioma is wonderful, but where did she come from? What brought her here?" Elder Ifani sighed deeply. "Chinedu, Chioma is a good girl, but her past is not something she likes to talk about. All I can say is that she's had a hard life." This vague response only deepened Chinedu's curiosity. That night, he decided to keep an eye on Chioma, just to ease his mind. Late one night, Chinedu saw Chioma leave her uncle's compound, carrying a small bag. Curious, he followed her at a distance as she made her way to the edge of the forest. She moved with a purpose, her usual gentle demeanor replaced by something more focused. Hiding behind a tree, Chinedu watched as Chioma drew a circle in the dirt and lit a candle. She pulled objects from her bag, a small mirror, a strand of hair, and a clay pot, and began chanting in a language he didn't recognize. Chinidu's heart raced as he watched the seemingly innocent girl transform into something unrecognizable. Her smile, the same one that had charmed him and the entire village, now looked sinister in the flickering candlelight. The next day, Chinidu confronted Chioma near the market. "I saw you last night," he said, his voice trembling. "In the forest. What were you doing?" Chioma's eyes widened for a split second before she recovered, her innocent smile back in place. "You must be mistaken," she said sweetly. "I was home all night." "Don't lie to me, Chioma," Chinidu insisted. "I know what I saw." She tilted her head, her smile unwavering. "Maybe you should stop imagining things, Chinidu." As Chinidu shared what he had seen with others, the whispers about Chioma turned into open accusations. Some villagers claimed she was a witch, using dark magic to charm people. Others insisted she was innocent, a victim of jealousy and suspicion. Elder Ifani defended her fiercely. "She is my niece," he said. "She would never harm anyone." But the unease in the village grew. Children were warned to stay away from her, and even Mama Nkechi, who had been like a mentor to Chioma, began keeping her distance. One stormy night, the old woman who had warned Chioma returned to the village. This time, she went straight to Elder Ifani's compound, where a crowd had gathered to confront Chioma. "You want the truth," the woman said, her voice cutting through the noise. "I will tell you." She revealed that Chioma came from a distant village where strange occurrences had followed her. Her family had sent her away after a series of mysterious deaths and disappearances, hoping to protect her and their community. Chioma finally broke her silence. "I never wanted this," she said, her voice trembling. "I don't know why these things happen around me. I only wanted to start fresh." The villagers, torn between fear and pity, looked to Elder Ifani for guidance. After a long silence, he spoke. "Chioma, if you wish to stay in this village, you must be honest with us and work to prove your intentions." Chioma nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I will do whatever it takes," she said. In the weeks that followed, Chioma worked tirelessly to rebuild the villagers' trust. She sought guidance from the church, abandoned her rituals, and tried to embrace a simpler, more transparent life. Over time, the villagers began to accept her again, though some never fully let go of their suspicions. Chioma's innocent smile, once a symbol of mystery, now carried a hint of vulnerability, a reminder of the secrets she had tried to hide and the strength it took to confront them. Her journey in Umuoma became a story of redemption, proving that even the darkest secrets could be overcome with honesty, humility, and the will to change.